Figuring it out. Recorded started. We're here, guys. We're here. We're making it happen. Guys, if you are on live right now, we are here right at Canyon View High School. We're in the parking lot over closer to the, what's it called? Ping pong? Not ping pong, tennis. Sorry, my wife loves tennis. So if you guys are here, I'm hoping I can see comments. If you guys want to make comments on there, I don't know if I can see them or not.
We got them right here.
But if you are online, we are here giving away or donating product to you. If you can donate product to the Share and Care and to the food bank, guys, we're in a weird situation right now. It's just kind of hard. Everyone's in hard positions, and we just try to figure things out of kind of how to become better. And so, guys, if you want to come down and get some MegaLoaf sourdough from the markets, we have some day olds, and we thought, hey, why not donate? If you guys donate, we'll give you $1, $2 if it's bigger stuff, whatever. You can work with Jeff and haggle them down. But we want to give you some breads you can give away or eat or enjoy or freeze. But our goal is for you to come down here and help donate. We sell our loaves for $10 online and in different places. We're at where's the place? The Shell gas station, our old place where we had all the restaurant stuff there. So my goal is for you guys to kind of ask me some questions and tell me. So if you're listening to this after it's over, on the bottom, kind of ask me some questions. We want to do some kind of giving back and letting you guys be a part of what we're doing. And if you have questions about what's going on or things, we would love to be a part. Because right now it's an important aspect to be a team player. Here in Cedar City, we kind of have that 3-month effect where there's a lot of excitement in the first 3 months and then it kind of dies down. I was reading about that. And it hurts my heart because I think we're a great, incredible city, and there's so much support here, and I love us all. And so, as you're thinking about like, hey, what can I do? If you're watching this right now and you're like live, it's like, dude, get in your car, drive down here. Hey, there we go. The first person that comes down here today, get a free loaf to give away. And we've got some in the back. My boy Jeremiah, he is making it happen and getting it all ready that way. But we're here at Canyon View High School, just in the parking lot. If you guys have a better location, really exciting news. We are working on building a barn stand in Enoch where you can come 24 hours a day and pick up whatever you want. Trying to figure out my phone, make it go big. There we go. And you guys can come down and be a part of that. So if you're, let me tell you a little bit about the barn stand. We'll, of course, have our MegaLoaf there. We're actually working on a granolas. So our sourdough granola, which makes it so you can actually eat it and it won't upset your gut. Now, a lot of people ask, like, why is your bread so good? And I'm like, there's some proprietary processes there. But also, it's good because of how we break it down. And that process is a really unique process. We use a mineralized structured water. From locally here, there's a hydrosorb structured water that breaks down molecules. Most molecules are the size of like basketballs, we'll say. There's the normal stuff that comes out of your tap. It goes through a structured water and breaks those molecule size down to like marbles. And so all that microplastic that can fit into those basketball sizes now are out exposed and go through filters. So when we have our filter that goes through a structure machine that doesn't go through a structure machine, the structure machine will actually make it so our filters get almost dirty faster because they actually are absorbing and catching where those basketball sized water molecules, they can and then go through the filter, which makes it basically essentially holding those microplastics. And then once we do that, we use the mineralized water, so ancient sea salt, and that breaks it down and it mineralizes the water with hydrogenate, and then we put that into our starter, which is like, red flag. But what it does is it breaks those glutinous molecules and builds that lactic bacillac acid, all that stuff, those big words that my wife always corrects me on because she is a nurse and is smart, and I like food, as you can see with my beautiful body. So if you want to make fun of me, that's fine, but I will delete your comments if you make fun of me because I don't like to be made fun of. Sorry, back to the thing. Why we're different. Now here's my rant, and I always get in trouble for my rants because they go from here to here to here to here. So if you have questions, I think we do have a comment. So we have a top fans. Good job. So everyone that's jumping on, come on over. So come down here and see if there's any sourdough for you. We've got a couple flats for you as well if you want to donate to your friends, donate to your neighbors. Guys, these are really great. You want to eat them in the next few days just because we do fresh bread. We don't put preservatives in our bread because of how we break it down, that it gives it the micronutrition. Now, let me tell you a little bit about our sourdough. It has a lot of postbiotic, POST biotics. And what that does, it helps the villi in your gut. As your villi in your gut becomes stronger and not inflamed, a lot of us are inflamed. We even have people that like are eating all the time. Jeremiah, go out there and set up. Oh, open this and go up there and set up so people know we're here. There's a awning. Jeff, you want to help with that too?
Yeah, I got it.
Perfect.
Here's the computer just in case you want the comments.
Oh, guys, so there's comments here. If you guys give me comments, I can be like, hey. I don't know how the comments work, but I try to figure it out, and that's always fun. We'll figure it out. Okay, so let's go back to the starting again, because you're like, if you're still here 5 minutes later into this conversation, you're like, dude, this guy's cool. And if I'm cool, like and share this or make a comment. Those help us build that kind of rapport. It's a kind of a fun process. Okay, so back to our sourdough. So those villi that we're talking about, they're in your gut. And if you have celiacs, like 1/3 of us have celiacs. I actually would have celiacs, but my villi have not collapsed. So celiacs, when you're in your celiacs and it's full bloom, all those villi have collapsed. So your gut is basically just like trying to push stuff through. So when you have those lecithins in the sourdough or in gluten, historically, they're little barbs. Your body can't take them and process them down very well. So with celiacs, that's a hard one that we kind of say, hey, celiacs, do your research. If you do have villi that are still going, then a lot of times you can still absorb our bread. But you know your body and you know yourself. We do have some people that have villi is becoming stronger and coming back actually because they're putting those postbiotics into your body. They're eating the kimchis, they're eating the sauerkrauts, they're eating sourdough, right? Authentic sourdough that's been fermented. So our sourdough is a cold fermentation process, a 48-hour process to make our bread. So from the flour goes on and 48 hours later, that's when our bread's produced. And so because of that, we want to know, we want to understand why we're different. Because people are like, why are you different? Why is your bread so good? Like, oh, it's so incredible. And I feel so like my gut doesn't hurt and all these things. It's because we have something different. So when I was in culinary school back a good time ago, that's how it worked. And we figured out a way, me and my wife, actually most of my wife, she's the responsible one. Because I'm like, try this, let's do this. And I was in the baking class and we used bigas and poulish and figure those out. But my gut still hurt when I ate them. So I was like, how do I figure this out? How do I break this down? So really going back to that, I love the analogy of composting. So if you get wood chips and you get chicken manure and all these different things and leaves and put them together, it'll break down. So where would comments be? So it breaks down to that micro levels. But it takes a long time to compost dirt, right? Or to make compost. But if you do it right and you fold it and you put oxygen, you put the correct water and stuff like that, it will change it up a little bit and you can go faster. So you can compost pretty quick. A lot of times in commercialized yeast, what happened is they basically ground up the wood, ground up the manure, ground everything and say, okay, here's your compost. But it's like, no, it hasn't broken down. It hasn't done the science and the magic that sourdough does. And that's what it does. So there's a lot of people that do sourdough and I love them, guys. If you make sourdough, shout out, give me your favorite flavor, like the favorite flavor you make, right? Other than classic. If it's classic, then write classic because I like classic. That's kind of my favorite. Our classic has a sweet, has a bitter, has a sweet, savory, and then it hits that bitter, I think a sweet tang, which makes it a lot, more, I don't want to say healthy, but, because it's hard to say sourdough healthy or gluten healthy or carbs healthy, but our body needs carbs. Now, we should not be eating lots of sugars and lots of sugary starches, but our body needs those. I mean, grain has been around forever and the digestion and how it goes into our gut. So I was hoping there would be more of you on asking me questions. So now I have to kind of figure out what to talk about. And hopefully, guys, if you're listening to this, you're coming down here to Cedars Canyon View High School and picking up some free bread. Bring canned goods. You'll get $1 to $2 off on your canned goods coming down here, and you can get as much as you want. If you bring a truckload, so U.S. Foods. If you're coming down here, just come down here with all your food, and then we'll just take that right over to the Care and Share and right over to the Hope Pantry to help our students here in this time where it's kind of political right now. It's kind of hard. So if you guys are political and you're like, how do I do this, right? We want to blame people. And I think that's hard. In the world, we try to blame, and it frustrates me that we're blaming people. You want to make sure they get some bread, the people that are out there right now.
Yeah.
If they blame, if someone's wrong, it's like, whose fault was it? Instead of like, oh, that's hard, right? If we can blame someone, then it's not our fault. But I think in life, each one of us go through hard things. I'm going through some hard things in my life right now, me and my wife, my family. But instead of blaming, we go to our family, we bring our whole family together, and we say, guys, we've got some stuff we have to work out, and we have to figure this out. And as we do that, it was fun, because I was nervous. Like, hey, I don't want to sit my kids down and have them get all mad at me and realize things might be hard. And I realized they all wanted to help. They all wanted to be a part. And so that was kind of a funny thing, is watching my kids be like, Dad, we want to help. What can we do to help? And I'm like, wow, like, you're part of this. And I don't want to bring you part of this, because it's a hard thing we have to go through. And we don't know how it's going to end. We don't know what's going to exactly happen, but we know that we're going to get through it. We know that something's going to go wrong. And because of that, it's really kind of put a damper on that scenario. But I realized if we don't judge, if we don't put blame, if we say, okay, this is happening, a tornado comes through, we want to blame, hey, big man upstairs, why are you doing this? But it's happening. It's cleansing. It's experiencing. And so when you go through hard experiences, if you are going through hard experiences, recognize that you're doing it because it's helping you grow. And so as our bread ferments and breaks down, and those lactic acids get broken down, and it builds that lactic acid, it gives you a fast phytase, phytase, phytase. And that for your gut is incredible. Guys, go do your research on that. I believe in you guys doing your research, because you have to know in yourself what is good. And I believe that. And so if you're like, I'm watching this, James, that guy's too wild for anything to come good out of him, then it's not, right? Then go your own way. Someone asked me, so you got some questions here. So how does long fermented sourdough affect people's gut issues, autoimmune condition? That's a great one, because I have multiple sclerosis. I was diagnosed about 10, 12 years ago, and it really threw me for a loop. And I was going down the rabbit hole, like, okay, how do I take care of myself? How do I heal my gut? It was more like, how do I stop my brain from being attacked from my body, from my immune system? And so as I was going down the rabbit hole, I realized that your brain controls your muscles and your speech. So I jump from around to around because I have ADHD. So I'm like, squirrel, 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 next one. But the long fermentation process breaks those down so they can really have those flavors, and more important, all the nutritions, because the phosphate, well, I would love to get that word right. And if you know that word, always count on me. But that helps you absorb the nutrition. So it's funny, because we take these vitamins, and if we put them into our mouth, there's mucilagus, and that touches our mucilagus, and our body says, oh, we know what vitamin that is, and so it encompasses it and protects it, encases it, and our body can absorb it. So that's why when you eat your sourdough, you want to taste it. You want to enjoy that, and it's going to send that signal, encompass it, bring it down, and your body can absorb those magnesium, those zincs, right, into your body, and the villi is like, oh, we know what those are. We can get those, and they grab it when they bring them down inside the little tentacles, we'll call them, and they absorb the nutrition. But if they're inflamed, it's hard to absorb. It's hard to get the vitamins down to the bottom, and then your body can absorb them. So that's why when people swallow vitamins and you get very little nutrition from them, they just go in one out and then go out the other. It's because your villi is not absorbing those and recognizing they're there, right? It's the same kind of concept. If I came over to your house at 2 a.m. and walked in the door, you would have your gun or your bat ready for me, like, who was there? Because you're not ready for me. So the mucilagus, it's like, hey, I'm coming over really late. I'm going to drop off some presents for you. So really enjoy those. And then I knock on the door and I open the door. You're like, James is here. James, why are you here so late, right? Yeah, let's come in. Let's get this going. So that's why it's important that we taste our vitamins. We taste our food. So with my autoimmune, I realize if I can take care of that, that doesn't mean I have to be perfect. But that means if I keep doing wrong things, if I keep putting sugars in those, if I don't put those postbiotics, those prebiotics into my body, if I don't put all these different oasis of foods, of healthy foods, so your fruits and your vegetables, if I don't enjoy those, or meats, that my body can learn to absorb those and grow, those little villi can grow and become better. Okay, here's another question. What are postbiotics? Now this is a funny one. So I always kind of figure this out, but you got a prebiotic and you got a probiotic, right? And so the probiotic eats the prebiotic, or vice versa. Sorry, I don't always do that. And it makes it, and it finishes a postbiotic. So it's almost the broken down of the prebiotic. And so it's giving your gut those healthy, almost like RNA, DNA, so that it can take that and your villi becomes stronger. So we always say, oh, eat prebiotic. Oh, yeah, this has a probiotic, right? Our sourdough is a probiotic or a prebiotic. And then we cook it. But here's something fun. So people have taken our classic and they slice it and they take off the crust and they absorb it into water. And they add a little bit of flour and a little bit of water. You know, a good amount of flour, a good amount of water. And their starter will start days earlier than if they just did flour and water, because it's got those, and they're dead. Theoretically, they're dead. See, I put this. You have that, and so yeah, definitely come down and be a part of what we're doing here and giving back to the community of wonderful Silver City. Oh yeah, there you go. Got more people coming. So we got some people coming in the back. Okay, here's another question. I like this guy that's asking a question. Wherever he is, he's pretty awesome. I'm gonna keep him along. Can sourdough really help Hashimoto's, IBS, and celiac tendencies? Ooh, I like that word, tendencies, because celiac is a hard one. IBS is that's a big word. Sorry, I forgot it. Yes. Let me tell you why though, because everything in moderation. So I had these people that would come and they're like, oh, I have celiac. Now the villi, they had a little villi, so it wasn't totally collapsed. And they came and they ate a huge sandwich. Like, I ate that huge sandwich and my gut kind of hurt. And I was like, ah, dang it. And so I was like, dang it, I'm going to have those consequences. Because if you have celiac, you understand, you have a choice today, and then 3 days later, or for the next 3 days, you have these consequences. And they're not good. But it's funny because they were able to eat that, and they're like, oh, my stomach was like, whoa, red flag. You know, like there's a red flag. Hey, you're eating this stuff. But then it broke down, and their body didn't have those consequences. So she's like, wow, that was cool. And so she came back and told me the story. I was like, well, that's cool. Why are you still buying my bread? And she's like, well, my kids love it, and I enjoy it every once in a while. So she started eating it, you know, taking a few bites here and there, and really enjoying it. But she ate a little bit more each day, and then slowly built those postbiotics into the body, and the villi became stronger. Where down the road, she was eating sandwiches and like I had nothing. So she, you know, became a regular for us. You know, I had a guy once that would, and we had this loaf. It was a MegaLoaf. It was literally like 20 something inches long. And he would eat one of those every week. He would just come and buy it, and it was part of that lifestyle that he did. And his diabetes, actually, because his diabetes was gut health related, right? And cortisone, because he was eating that sourdough, his diabetes, insulin resistance went down. You know, we can't cure anything without, because I'm not a medical doctor, guys. I have to put a disclaimer. I'm not a medical doctor, but these are what's happened to me. These are the stories I'm getting from my people about sourdough. So enjoy and love it. So Hashimoto's is another one. It's your thyroid, right? So I've had thyroid cancer before I started this journey of gut health, and they had to take half of it out. And so understanding that your gut controls your emotions and your immunity, right? Where your brain controls your emotions and your speech. Your gut is your real brain. Like that's the one that's driver. And the hard part is, I know the FDA will shut me down, but the hard part is the FDA says, oh, this we don't see this happening bad, And so we're just going to let you do it. There's preservatives. But we don't realize those preservatives go into the villi, and they encompass it, and they cake it, and they make them like, So they have to keep working harder and harder, and eventually it's like, I can't do this, right? I mean, it's like a parent. You're a parent, and you're like, I got teenagers, and I love them. They're awesome. I have some amazing teenagers, but they're still hard because they question you, and they gripe when you ask them to do something sometimes. And they're, what about me? What about this? All these different scenarios. And so the cool thing is as your body becomes stronger, it changes the microbiomes of your gut. And our body replaces itself every few, 3 to 3 months, parts of our bodies. And every year or so, we would literally replace ourselves. But if we're putting the proper stuff into our body as we replace ourselves, we feel better. And so understanding that you replacing yourself and making yourself a little bit better is the key. And that's really comes down to you putting the proper stuff into your body. Okay, here's another question. What lifestyle changes helped your own gut or autoimmune journey besides bread? Okay, so guys, I like kimchi. It's a little spicy. And I like sauerkraut, but I couldn't eat it every day. I mean, I have them in my fridge, and I'm like, some sauerkraut. Let's put this on something, my sandwich. Let's make those. But it was acidic. Or for another one is I drink apple cider vinegar in the morning. Right? I shot apple cider vinegar to kind of help my gut health. And I realized that those key components, doing something, waking up, meditation. A huge thing for me, guys, is meditation. So I have a lot of prayers and I have a lot of scripture study. And those are important. But a lot of those are me doing something. And so meditation for me is to step back. As I'm going through, what I call tragedy in my life, or hardships that I don't know how to get through. And as men, or as me, I always like to have a plan. Like, how am I going to get, what happens if, right? When I walk into a restaurant, I'm looking at all the exits. I'm looking at everywhere, what could happen in this scenario. I try to sit in a spot that gives me the most, views to make sure I'm safe, like taking care of my family. When I go into a gym or when I go into a cathedral, I'm looking at those exits. Like, that's my brain. I'm figuring out, okay, what happens if? Okay, what happens if someone comes in, with this run height 5 and the fight and what's going on in the world right now? I think that, and it's not that I think it's going to happen, but I prepare. And so if I can't prepare for things, it's really stressful. Like, if I don't know what I'm going to do, we have a situation where we've got 3 months to figure something out, or life will change for our family in a not a great way. And so we're figuring that out, and we're trying to, okay, what can we do? And so for me, it's like, okay, get on social media. Get back to this. Put this little smiley, this little guy on this video, and make it happen. And that's what we do. We just keep going. And so, sorry, someone's whistling and waving at me. And so that's kind of our thing. So my journey has been taking care of myself, meditating, realizing there's time for me, there's time for my family, there's time for work, and there's time to get it done. Get out there and get it done. You got in the mornings doing bread. We do a lot of sourdough. We got to get it done. And that getting done is an important process. But we also got to take time for ourselves and the understanding that we are doing great things. Guys, if you are listening to this now and you're like, who is this guy talking? Right now we're at Canyon View High School. We are here giving free bread away. If you guys can bring some pantry stuff, anything that's not expired, please don't bring unexpired stuff because we have to throw those away. But bring those down and we'll switch them out and give you some sourdough bread. We'll take care of you, make sure you're happy, make sure you're good. If you also are watching this, jump on there and do it. Hey, Jeff, is there anyone else on? Is there anyone even here? I don't have anyone.
We have a couple.
Okay, so there's a couple. Make a comment, guys. If you're watching this, make a comment. Let me know you're here. I'm just sitting here rambling, and I've got Jeff here, and he's awesome. He's making it all happen. But I would love to hear some from you guys, and then if
we still have bread left over today.
Okay, what's your thought?
So let's say that we have some bread left over today. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Hi. If we have bread left over today, we're going to do this again tomorrow. And if you guys aren't watching this right now, that's okay. Leave a comment on there of good places that we can hold this, because we want to be able to help support our community and be able to get a lot of people out and get a lot of cans for us, right?
Let's use a secret code. If you guys are watching this right now, 24 minutes into this, if you've watched 24 minutes of this and you feel like, who's this guy? Guys, put in the comments, what should they put? And you'll give you a free loaf as well.
MegaLoaf moments.
You know, just put I love MegaLoaf Sourdough. If you write I love MegaLoaf Sourdough in these comments today or tomorrow, and you're like, hey, look, I wrote it, you get a free loaf of bread. And if you want more, just come bring some extra stuff and we'll give you more. Right? Bring some more pantry stuff and we'll get you more to it. So once again, guys, I'm looking for comments and I'm about ready to go like out. I mean, I guess we're almost done, aren't we?
Yeah, just about.
Just about done. We're done with this live and we'll try to go live tomorrow. We're trying to figure it out, but I need your guys' help. I know that we've been kind of gone, and if there's questions you have, definitely ask them.
There's time for my family.
Oh, there. See, she's making sure I sound good. And I do sound pretty good because you guys sound good. Once again, if you're watching this, I love MegaLoaf Sourdough in the comments. Tomorrow we'll be here again.
Here, or if we have a better location.
I know. I wanted you guys to come look at my barn stand and give me some information. If you guys...
Should we do it at the barn stand and give them like a sneak peek?
It's not there. I've got so much work. We're doing bread. We're getting the kitchen.
If anybody wants to come help us finish the barn stand, we'll give you some free sourdough.
Call out, guys. If you need help, if you want to help sell stuff at a barn stand, if you want to help us get our barn stand going
up and running,
we will take care of you in any way you want when it comes to sourdough or selling your bread, or if you're like, hey, I want a place to sell, right? If you got certain situations where you can do, or if you're like, hey, I need to build something, guys, I've got a new bakery that has maybe we could do. You can show the bakery, the certified bakery and stuff. That might work. If you're watching this, I gotta get some feedback, because if no one's watching this and I'm just sitting here talking and having fun, then I've got you to come out and be a part of what we're doing. So make sure you guys comment, I love MegaLoaf Sourdough, for a free loaf of bread tomorrow. If you want us to show us where the barn stand is going to be in Enoch and what you would want, like we're actually thinking, we actually got certificates so that we can actually like bring up some milk and eggs and butter. So anyone in Enoch or on the north side of Enoch, they can come get some. So really exciting, really fun. Hopefully you're still watching this. Who would watch this so long? That's 27 minutes of your life you're never going to get back, ever. But hopefully you learned something. And if you learned something, make a comment, because that's what it's all about. Like, comments are what help me be like, oh, I'm not crazy. Or maybe I'm crazy, and then just say I'm crazy, because then I'm like, oh, this guy knows I'm crazy. So that's kind of what we're doing. I think we're on Facebook. Hey, TikTok. Can we follow TikTok? Oh, we got some people coming in some bread, so my partner right over there is making sure it's happening. So that's kind of what we're doing. So that's where we are. Make a comment. If you have any questions, I want to see. I'm going to grab this right here and work like I'm a responsible person. Let me see if I can figure this out. So where are we on TikTok? Let me scroll really quick. Oh, we got some guys coming. Here we go. I'll give the phone to Jeff. Jeff, here, come talk to him.
What's up?
Here, get talk to him. Let me go see if I can find this.
All right. You guys okay on camera at all?
Yeah, we're good.
Perfect. So these guys here were just randomly coming by. They didn't know they were getting free bread today, but they got some free bread today.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys enjoy. Have you ever tried MegaLoaf Sourdough before?
No.
Okay, you guys are in for a treat. If you guys like it, leave a comment on our social media, yeah?
All right.
There we go, represent. So we're not live on TikTok.
No, we're not. We don't have that one set up.
Try. So just Facebook lovers. Here we go. And Instagram.
Facebook, Instagram.
Where are we? Like, I want to now that people are like, I don't know.
We're on Facebook quite a bit.
Oh, we're just on Facebook.
Yeah,
so if you're watching us, there we go. I think I should be done, but I want you guys to tell me I should be done. I just want someone to make a comment like, you should be done. But here we go. We've got a couple people watching. Hey, there we go. I like it. We're all about this, having fun. So I think we should be done. Should we be done 30 minutes? That's a long time to be talking. Okay. I don't know how to end this there.
Hand me the.
There we go.
Yep.
You guys are amazing. I hope you're having a great day, and if you're not, make it great by doing something good for someone else, because that's who matters. The matters we do in life is about giving people positive reinforcement. So make sure that happens.
MegaLoaf Sourdough, the bread that loves you back.
MegaLoaf Sourdough. The brother, here we go. Let's do it again. MegaLoaf Sourdough, the bread that loves you back, because it'll change your life in a positive way. Ka-chow. Ka-chow.